Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Michek, back with another exciting video about chemistry. Today we are going to be calculating the H plus and the OH minus, and you might be like, oh my gosh, we already did that. But today it is using the pH and the pOH. So we have a different formula. This is our last formula about pH and pOH. So if you remember the 6 formulas that I showed you on our reference packet, these lovely guys, right here. These are the last two at the bottom right here. So I also have them written up here. So we have the H plus is equal to 10 to the negative pH, and the OH minus is equal to 10 to the negative pOH. Notice this 10 that I've got going on right here. Remember from the very first video about the pH scale and the fact that pH, as you move from a 1 to a 2 on acids or bases, well, specifically acids, if you're going from a 1 to a 2, an acid would be, if you have an acid that's a 1, it will be 10 times stronger. If you go from a 1 to a 3, it will be 100 times stronger. This is where we're getting that logarithmic scale. Okay. And we've got our formulas. We're going to jump straight into a problem. All right. Since we're getting used to doing these calculations, I decided that we could calculate some more stuff. And we're going to be calculating the H plus, the OH minus, and the pOH of a solution with a pH of 3.9. All right, so like I've said so many times already, if you want to go about this a different way, that's totally fine. And right now, some of you might be like, I think I understand that formula that you just gave me. I think I can do this problem right now. Great, go for it. Check your answer at the end. And you might notice, hey, you did it a different way than me, but I still got the right answer. Perfect. Good for you. It does not matter how you get to the right answer, because again, we've got 6 formulas, and you can use several different combinations of those formulas. Okay, I'm going to show you one way of getting these 3 answers. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm given a pH, and this wants to know the H plus. So I'm going to use the formula. H plus is equal to 10 to the negative pH. My pH is 3.9, so I'm going to do 10 to the negative 3.9. Plug that into my calculator. And I get 1.258, so I'm going to round that to 1.26 times 10 to the negative 4. Molar. All right, and since we've got so many questions going on, I'm going to box all of my final answers in green. Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to go next? I think I will calculate pOH next. I'm going to calculate pOH using the formula pH plus pOH equals 14. In order to get pOH by itself, I'm going to subtract pH from both sides. I'm going to get pOH is equal to 14 minus the pH. So I get 14 minus 3.9. So I get that the pOH is equal to, I think that's going to be 10.1 unless I'm really bad at math. Yes. so pOH equals 10.1. Again, that's one of the things I was asked to calculate. So I'm going to box it. And then I can use that value to get my OH minus concentration. I'm going to use the formula 10 to the power. I don't need to put that caret there. Negative pOH. So 10 to the negative 10.1. So my OH minus concentration is going to be equal to 10 to the negative 10.1 equals 7.94 times 10 to the negative 11th. Molar. Make sure you always put that molar when you're talking about concentration. I'm going to box that final answer. All right. Next question. Calculate the H plus, OH minus, and pH of a solution with pOH of 10.7. All right. I'm going to go about this fairly similarly. But just in case we need some freshening up on our calculation skills, I will change up a little bit. All right. So first, I'm going to calculate the OH minus concentration using my pOH. So I'm going to have OH minus is equal to 10 to the negative pOH. So that's the formula that I'm using. So I'm calculating OH minus first. So my OH minus is going to be 10 to the negative 10.7. And I get 1.995 times 10 to the negative 11th. Remember to put that molar. And I'm going to box that answer. Now, when I told you I was going to do this question a little bit differently, I'm going to use this value to get my H plus. Okay, so we're going to be using this to kind of brush up on using that 1.0 times 10 to the negative 14th molar, the kW. All right, so I've got 1.0 times 10 to the negative 14th molar, or negative 14th, is equal to H plus multiplied by OH minus and again, if you don't want to do it this way, if you find this way more difficult, you can skip ahead and do this a different way. I kind of wanted to show you a different way and kind of brush up on our skills that we used in one of the last couple of videos. All right, so I'm solving for H plus, so I'm going to divide both sides by OH minus. All right, so now I'm going to get H plus is equal to 1.0 times 10 to the negative 14th divided by OH minus concentration. And let's see. I'll keep that going down here. 1.0 times 10 to the negative 14th divided by my OH. Remember, that's one of those that I calculated. Well, it's the only one that I've calculated so far. So I can plug that into my calculator, remembering to put parentheses around both the top and the bottom. 1.0 and that's not right. I have done something wrong. I multiplied instead of divided. There we go. 5.01 times 10 to the negative fourth. So that's my H plus. Okay, and then my last calculation, I can do pH using my H plus ion concentration down here. So if you remember, that formula is pH is equal to negative log of H plus. So the great thing about the way that we did this was we used, I think, all of the formulas that we've had to learn so far. Alright, so if pH is equal to the negative log of 5.01 times 10 to the negative fourth, then the pH should be 3.3. And you could double check that answer by subtracting from 14, which would give you 10.7. Alright. And that is all of our calculations using pH, pOH, H plus, OH minus. And I hope you enjoyed it.